Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rekakadash. Now, looking at Jacob and Esau and the whole situation, how they started out being twins and coming out looking different and having different mannerisms, and Jacob being stronger than Esau, and them being two separate nations. It's an easy conclusion when you look at the life of Jacob, because the reason the mother, she knew what was going to happen, and she got Jacob to supplant Esau's blessing, because first of all, she knew that the angel told her that the elder would serve the younger. So for the elder to get the first blessing, she knew that was out of the order of what the angel told her. So she worked along with the prophecy, because that's what the angel was doing. The angel was prophesying, telling her what was going to happen before it happened. And so he told her the elder would serve the younger. So that's why she got Jacob to supplant Esau. And so when she once she did that, and Isaac, who was blind at the time, he thought it was Esau he was giving the blessing to. And so he told Esau pretty much that he was going to have people bowing down to him and serving him. So let me get that in Genesis to start this off. Genesis 27, it say in verse 29, it say, "Let people serve thee and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over your brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that cursed thee, and blessed be he that blessed thee." So this was the blessing that Jacob received, and Isaac thought he was giving this to Esau. You see, and he gives you the definition of it in 28. He say, "Therefore God gives thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine." So he pretty much letting you know what 29 is talking about, or 29 is letting you know what 28 is talking about. What would be the dewness of heaven and the fatness of the earth. So when Esau go to crying, and Isaac repeats himself in 39, he said, "And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above." So he telling him the same thing. You're going to have rulership and people bowing down to you and serving you. And so that's the foundation of the situation. And in 40 say, and by thy sword thou shalt live, and thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when he had when thou hast to have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So the Jacob's children will have a yoke on Esau's neck for a short period of time, and then they would come and try to force the Jacob's children to be in submission to them. So let's see here. So let's go to Numbers. Numbers 24. So this vision of Balaam, he lets you know what was going to be the end of the situation. And I'm going to start with 14. He said, and now behold, I go unto my people. Come therefore, and I will advise thee what this people shall do to thy people in the latter days. So he's giving a vision from the Almighty, like verse 16 say, a vision from the Almighty of what was going to happen in the last days. 17 say, there shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter or ruler shall rise out of Israel. You see, in verse 18, let you know about these dragons. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir or Mount Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel will do valiantly. So the prophecy in Numbers tells us that the nation of Edom will be a possession to Israel. I mean, they will go into hardcore bondage to Israel. So when you get to chapter 66 of Isaiah, it talks about how the children of Israel will be delivered out of captivity, and they will go back to their homeland. Isaiah 66, 19 and 20 talks about how they will be riding on mules and chariots and going back to their homeland, which he gave to their forefathers. So that's when the transition is going to happen. So when you get Revelation 13 to 10, then Salakia. Salakia. So when Revelation 13 and 10 say that somebody or anybody that led somebody into captivity shall go into captivity, it's talking about the Gentile heathen nation. Then you got Jeremiah 30:16. It say every one of them shall go into captivity. You got let's see here. You got Revelations 21 saying that the nation kings would be in servitude to the Israelites pretty much. Same thing with Isaiah 61. Say they will bring the forces of the Gentiles back to this land, Babylon the Great. Salakia. It will bring the forces of the Gentiles to Zion. And so that's how you're gonna have this slavery situation going on, that they gonna bring all of their resources. That's what happened to the nation of Israel when they was selling us to produce sugar cane, or to produce sugar from the sugar cane, and to produce wine, according to Joel 3:3. They want to produce wine, so they used the Israelites, and the Israelites was bringing their forces to the Edomites and the Gentiles. I mean, they was bringing their power. So the slavery is certified. Then you have Obadiah talks about how after a certain period of time that the Edomites would be exterminated. Plus, in the last verses say that the saviors of Mount Zion would be over the Edomites. And so that's letting you, and they say that it will be in the kingdom. So that's letting you know the Edomites is going to always be around until they serve their sentence, slavery sentence. What else you got? You got the Edomites in Jeremiah 49 and 10, saying that they're gonna try to hide themselves. That's why you got them in Jeremiah 16 and 16, saying that they're gonna hide in the holes of the mountains, or the holes of the rocks, trying to hide themselves from the captivity that they're gonna have to serve. But yep, Salakia, I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rekakadash, double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to these elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.